JT just dropped a bombshell and the internet is already on fire. According to her, Young Miami didn't just play bestie games behind the scenes. She allegedly pimped out Saucy Santana to Diddy. And it gets worse, because JT claims that Miami even tried to pimp her to Diddy and Santana for threesomes. Now, this is not a cute little falling out. This is a full-on betrayal with names, motives, and receipts. And JT's saying that while everybody thought the City Girls was just a rap duo, Miami was out here allegedly playing Madam, lining people up for Diddy behind a closed door. And based on the way JT's telling it, she was next on the list. So now fans are digging into every old interview and every shady side eye and every Diddy party clip, and it's starting to make a lot of sense. Did Young Miami really try to serve up her own City Girl to the industry? And what role did Diddy really play in all this? Let's get into it. Y'all, looks like JT wasn't playing when she said, act up, you could get smacked up. And finally, she's done playing nice, because sis just let loose and exposed what really went down between her and Young Miami. And let me tell you, this is way deeper than just some petty argument. JT's finally confirming that the fallout of the City Girls wasn't just about creative differences or solo careers. According to her, it was a straight up betrayal. Now everybody knows that there was tension brewing for a long time, and fans have been clocking the side eyes, the lack of interaction, and the awkward energy whenever they were forced to be in the same room. But apparently what pushed JT over the edge wasn't just some behind the scenes fight, it was Young Miami's reaction to Diddy walking free after dodging those heavy federal charges. Because the moment that the verdict came in, what did Young Miami do? She hit Instagram boldly and posted that now viral Justin Bieber clock it meme like it was some kind of celebration. And for somebody who knows what Diddy's been accused of, that move rubbed people the wrong way, including JT. But this wasn't just about a meme. JT's saying that the Diddy drama goes way deeper than we thought. And based on what she just revealed, Miami might have been playing a whole different game behind closed doors. Well, then Young Miami doubled down and posted 1111 and Driver Take Me to Chanel. Y'all, she wasn't even trying to be subtle. It's giving back on Diddy's payroll. She looked proud of it. But that's what she didn't expect was JT snapping all the way off. Because right after all that, JT finally let the chopper fly, exposing what's really been going on between her, Young Miami, Santana, and Diddy. And according to her, the drama didn't start over music. It started when Young Miami got too deep in Diddy's world and started dragging her friends into it. Now here's where it gets real interesting though, because JT is claiming this beef goes way back, even before the City Girls split. She hinted in an old interview that Young Miami's relationship with Diddy was messing with their friendship. At the time, she tried to play it cool, saying she hoped things will work out.
What about City Girls? What does the future of City Girls look like?
Hopefully, the future of the City Girls can beat the City Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I pray that our egos does not like separate it,
mm-hmm.
or the internet, or guys.
Mm-hmm.
But now it looks like JT is making it crystal clear that Diddy came between them and Young Miami let it happen. So when JT said that Diddy was coming after her, how did Young Miami respond? She hopped on Twitter and threw shade like she always does, writing, "I don't even rap no more. I retired, y'all." Real cute, right? But the tweet said everything without saying much. So what does this have to do with Diddy and Santana? Well, everything. Because JT was one of the first to hint that Young Miami was the one who pimped Santana to Diddy way back in the day when they had that Twitter blowout. And that's when JT let the chopper fly and said, "I be been sneak dissing me for weeks and I ain't say nothing. What I be mad at me for?" Then she followed up with a warning shot. "Oh, Miss Mama, this your last day playing dumb. It'll be too much for me to tweet. I would like a sit down. Carisha, please. And this time leave Santana home." Well, JT didn't stop there. She started peeling back the curtain and exposing the shady stuff that Young Miami allegedly did to her behind closed doors. She tweeted, "If I'm ever mad, I have a reason to be. Behind closed doors, you've done things to me that you think I should just get over." Then came the real gut punch. She said, "You never come to my defense when I would have literally taken a bullet for you. When Carisha Please popped off, I was there for the first episode. When someone canceled, I showed up in a red wig. Keep calling me mad like the internet does, but you know me. My heart pumps gold." And just when people thought that she was done, she ended it with a cold, "I wish you the best always, and I love how fast you got on here behind Santana." Now, when JT kept throwing shade at Santana in the mix, fans were definitely confused. confused, like, what does Santana have to do with the fallout with Miami? But now that she's finally connecting the dots, it all makes sense because JT just revealed that the material quarrel Santana was way deeper in the Diddy drama than anybody realized, and not just as an innocent bystander. She's now claiming that Santana was allegedly one of Diddy's personal boy toys. And if you're wondering how that could have happened, well, JT's pointing the finger directly at young Miami. According to her, Miami was the one who allegedly set it all up. But listen, the rumors about Diddy and Santana have been floating around for a minute. People have been clocking the vibes, the suspicious Instagram comments, the random industry opportunities that Santana kept landing out of the nowhere. So JT's claims aren't exactly coming out of left field, but this is the first time that somebody inside their camp is confirming what fans have been speculating for years. And here's where it gets even wilder. JT also claims that the reason that Santana and Miami fell out years ago had everything to do with his secret. Remember when they suddenly stopped hanging out? Now at the time, both of them brushed it off and said it was nothing serious, just them growing apart. But according to JT, that was a cover. The real reason allegedly was tied directly to what was happening behind the scenes with Diddy. According to JT, the real reason that Santana and young Miami fell out had nothing to do with the Betty drama or growing apart. She's saying the fallout was because young Miami allegedly tried to pressure Santana into getting with Diddy. But here's where it got awkward. JT claims Santana wasn't even interested in Diddy like that, especially because at the time Diddy already had something going on with young Miami. According to JT, Miami just kept pushing the idea even after Santana made it clear he wasn't comfortable, and eventually it got weird, like real weird, until things finally exploded between them. And JT says that's what led to the fallout between young Miami and Santana. It wasn't random, it wasn't over shade, it was over Diddy. And what's wild is that we don't know exactly how they patched things up, but clearly they did, because not long after that, Santana was right back hanging around young Miami, and eventually he ended up with Diddy, allegedly. So if JT's timeline is to be believed, Santana might have said no at first, but something definitely changed, probably dollar signs, and now fans are side-eyeing all three of them, wondering what really went down behind the scenes. But this is the crazy part. Y'all do know that these rumors about Diddy and Saucy Santana didn't start yesterday. In fact, some folks believe that young Miami was just the cover, the smokescreen, the beard, and the person that Diddy was really flying out and spoiling and hiding in plain sight was Santana. Even DJ Academic jumped in and spilled some tea, claiming Diddy and Santana had way more going on than what we were seeing. And now that JT's speaking out about it, everything was kind of starting to come together and click.
You gotta explain the party
that's
part.
some Saucy Santana.
Nah, stop it. Stop.
Now that we got there,
No, stop.
you the one said maybe the girl, Saucy, and Puffy having parties. Don't act like you didn't say that.
But y'all, this whole thing gets even wilder when Santana might not be the only person that young Miami allegedly tried to pass off to Diddy, because word on the curb is that she had pulled the same move with Chrisean. Yes, Blueface's little Chrisean. Now everybody knows that Chrisean hangs out with some heavy hitters like Lil Baby, Blueface, and she even had some Rock Nation links. Fans still found it weird when she popped up at one of Diddy's private parties in 2023. But here's where it gets sketchy. From that night, that made a lot of people uncomfortable. In the video, it looked like Diddy leaned in with what was trying to kiss her, and Chrisean visibly pulled away. The vibe was very awkward, and it was clear that something was off. But what had fans really talking were the videos that came out after. A couple of hours later, Chrisean and young Miami were posted up dancing on each other like they were besties at a club, and that's when the rumors started flying that Miami might have been trying to line up another friend for Diddy, just like she allegedly did with Santana.
They was trying to recruit Chrisean. That's what Diddy and what the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty, because it's necessary. I think them was trying to recruit her. Cause remember they just had her pulling up to everything. Thought she about, do you love her? Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We gon' this podcast gonna be, cause y'all know the mama know everything and everybody business. So we gonna find out on this podcast. We ain't gonna talk no shit about nobody. We ain't gonna mock nobody, but we definitely gonna explore the possibilities that was going on. Cause they kept calling her, remember, pull up to the birthday party. come over here and dance on Carisha. Remember that? I feel like they was trying to recruit that baby.
If you thought it was just speculation, Blueface's mom Carlissa actually tried to come forward and confirm. She flat out said Young Miami was trying to recruit Chrisean for Diddy, and she name dropped Young Miami directly. Now Carlissa's not exactly known for keeping quiet, but when she chimed in on this situation, fans started taking the rumors a bit more seriously.
They was trying to recruit Chrisean. That's what Diddy and what's the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast, and we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty, because it's necessary. I think them was trying to recruit her. Cause remember they just had her pulling up to everything. Thought she about these left her. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? Cause y'all know the mama know everything and everybody's business.
This right here might have been the moment everything changed, because if what Carlissa was saying is even halfway true, then JT's claims about Young Miami weren't some random outburst. Looks like it was a warning. Now we already know about Santana, that was just messy enough, but now with Carlissa name dropping Miami in connection with Chrisean, it started to look like a full-blown operation. Not just one person, not just one situation, a pattern. That's where the story shifts, because now people are starting to ask, was Young Miami really caught up in Diddy's world, or was she helping to rebuild it? And if she was really out here trying to recruit people like Chrisean for Diddy behind the scenes, then JT calling her a pimp might not have been shade. It might have been the truth. But here's where things get off the rails. JT is now claiming that Young Miami allegedly tried to pimp her out to Diddy too. And according to her, that was the final straw that broke up the city girls. But JT made it clear that she was never down for that kind of arrangement. And the pressure Young Miami put on her was that ultimately made her walk away for good. Allegedly, JT is saying it all started with Young Miami saying Diddy was interested in having a threesome with Santana. And at first, JT just brushed it off thinking that was Young Miami's thing, because from what we know, Miami had always been more open about doing wild stuff for Diddy, i.e. golden showers. But then things took a weird turn, because JT says that Young Miami started hinting that Diddy wanted her to be involved in a supposed three-way with him and Santana. JT kept saying no, but Young Miami allegedly kept pushing the idea, like she was trying to convince her it would be no big deal. That's when JT realized that this wasn't just a one-off suggestion. This was pressure, repeated, uncomfortable, and relentless pressure. And that, she says, was when everything for them started to fall apart. Allegedly, JT made it crystal clear again and again that she wasn't interested, and she even asked Young Miami to drop the whole Diddy thing, but allegedly, Young Miami kept pushing. And the part that really rubbed fans wrong was that Miami reportedly tried to sweet talk JT by comparing Diddy's money to Uzi's, saying Diddy had way more. That's just wild, considering JT and Uzi were very much together at the time. And from JT's side, it sounded like Miami was actively trying to break them up just to throw her into Diddy's world. And with everything else that they had already been going on behind the scenes, this just added fuel to the fire. The trust was already slipping, but this was betrayal. Now JT could have stayed silent, just kept it cute for a while, but the moment Young Miami celebrated Diddy's release like nothing ever happened, that was the final straw. JT took it as proof that Miami hadn't been changed, and that she was still proudly playing madam for Diddy behind the scenes. She spilled the tea. But let's make this very clear. Young Miami allegedly pimped Santana to Diddy and tried to do the same to JT. And when JT said no, she allegedly got iced out, replaced, and left to hold the weight while Young Miami played house with the billionaire. And now that Diddy is facing heat from every direction, Miami's still trying to stick beside him, still celebrating his soon-to-be freedom, allegedly, still celebrating his hopeful freedom, and still trying to throw shade at JT like she's the villain? Because if even half of what JT allegedly said is true, this goes way deeper than the industry beef. This is about loyalty, manipulation, and the dark games that go down behind the glitz. So now we're all left wondering, what else has Young Miami done behind the scenes? Stay tuned, because this story isn't even close to over.